Yo, 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 how's everyone doing tonight? Welcome to the Mando Huddle. We are your hosts. I am the often imitated, never duplicated Cowboy Lorian, and with me as always, I got my wonderful co-host.
What's happening, everybody? Welcome. I'm the one, the only, the Jetalorian. Welcome.
Yes, sir. So, we got some things to talk about today. Some of the things that have been going on around the NFL, such as Brandon Ayuk has requested a trade from the 49ers. I think I saw OG Carnell crying last night when he heard that news. So, what do you think about that, Jet? What do you think about Brandon Ayuk requesting out?
I mean, the Niners better not do it. The Niners better make a way and find a way to keep that guy happy because truth is he's their best route runner. You know, period, bar none. He does the dirty work and he gets open. Anybody that gets that guy is going to be good to go. So the Niners better keep him.
Yeah, I think I say so. We got our special guest hopping on. We're just waiting for him to connect on. Connecting for him.
Hold on 1 second. Hold on 1 second, Pablo. Hold on. Hold on. I'm gonna. Why don't you mute me for a second?
Right. So, you know, some of the crazy thing. That's probably one of the craziest thing is the fact that Brandon Ayuk does one out of the 49ers, whether that's money or whatever the issue could be with going on there. So, hopefully we he gets that figured out. He definitely the 49ers definitely need him, and he is a player that can make a difference. So there's a lot always speculation about who, where, and when he'll go or where he'll go. So we'll find out exactly where that could be. And we got you back
All right,
on.
sorry about that. I had to handle something real quick.
Yeah, I'm not sure why Sportsman is having some issues getting on here. He's still showing that he's connecting, so I'm not sure what's going on there. Kind of weird.
You can't hear me?
Huh?
Can you hear me or not?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay.
Yeah, our guest is kind of having a hard time hopping on. Not
Oh,
sure what's
okay.
exactly
Also, he
going
did. He
on.
did respond.
Yeah, it's still showing he's connecting.
Mm.
So hopefully we can get him on here soon. But, so, while we're still waiting, hopefully we can get him connected. One thing I did want to show and talk to you about is there was a announcement made. I think it was like yesterday or the day before. The New York, well, they were the former New York Jets. They are now the new New York Fighting Armadillos, as they have changed their uniforms to look like they were from Necessary Roughness. And this is not their actual uniforms. This is actually going to be their uniforms moving forward. I was messing with Jetalorian all the time, basically letting him know that he's no longer Jetalorian, he's the Armadillo Lorian because they look like the New York Fighting Armadillos now.
um, I mean, I'm happy with the decision to go back to that traditional look that they've had or that they had. Um, the logo for me is the big thing. I like the old Jets logo. I'm a big fan of it. But I mean, At the end of the day, they're trying to start. They're trying to do something different. The Jets logo, the Jets uniform of these last 3 years have produced nothing but losses. So, I mean, I understand why the owner, uh, Woody Johnson, wanted to go back and try to put something different on. And I like it. I like the uniforms. Honestly, I do. I like that. Like that. Like I said, I like that classic look. It just looks clean. I like it. So I'm all for it. So stop being a hater, Cowboy Lawyer. I love it.
Well, the Jets are always showing new uniforms every single year. So, that's what I'm saying. It's like, y'all gotta stick with some uniforms because new uniforms don't get you wins.
Exactly. Exactly. But I understand why he's doing it. So I mean, it's got to get done. Something's got to give. Now that he did that, let's see what happens next.
Yep. Yeah, we'll definitely find out. Um, hopefully that contributes to some wins. But I don't know, y'all change uniforms like crazy. It's really really odd.
Yeah. Let's just hope the players we got coming in, plus Aaron Rodgers keeping him upright. The NFL draft coming up next week. That's going to be something that's going to be good for us.
Yeah. Well, like I said, we'll find out. It's pretty interesting.
Yeah. And let me ask you a question. What's going on with your Cowboys? What are they doing? Because I understand they're probably waiting on the draft, which is a smart thing to do. But I think I listened that the wide receiver and your defensive end both want the same type of contract. How's that going to work?
Um. Well, Parsons has one more year on his contract. Um. So Parsons is going into his fourth year. We still have his fifth year
Right.
option still going. So technically, we have another year. We really have to deal with Parsons' contract. CD
Hmm.
Lamb is saying he's holding out from OTAs, which no big deal. They're voluntary, so it's not like I really care.
Right. Right.
So it. I really don't get it. Man, he logged out, he logged back in, and it's still not letting him in. It just says connecting. That's just like weird. So weird. We can't get him on here.
That is weird.
Trying to see if I can help him out, but it says that he's joining, but it's weird because when you hopped on, it was pretty easy for you to get on.
Yeah. No, I got on really easy this time.
Let's see. Do we have any? Ah, there we go. We got a few people on the chat. Not many. Yeah, it's like the third screen he's trying to hop on, and he's not.
Not letting you do it.
It's not letting him on. There's no extra setting I gotta do, so super super weird.
That's weird.
He has three things that are opening. Like when you log out, he's logging in. Or when
Right.
you log out, it takes you out and then brought you back in. So I don't get it.
Yeah, that's very weird.
Nope, don't do nothing. This is so weird. I don't get it. Let's take a look at our chat here. All right, so we have a short arm that says, "I'm a Jet and Eagles fan, but love Eagles more than the Jets." We got Landon Collum, go Cowboys. Shortham, Cowboys sold. Yeah, that's not happening. Jerry ain't selling the Cowboys. Hate to break it to you. It would take $20 billion probably for Jerry Jones to sell, and I don't think anyone's offering that. Hey, Upchurch is back. How's you doing? How you doing? Texas super fan, how you doing? Thank you for hopping on. Appreciate it. Yeah, this is so weird. I can't believe we can't get the sportsman on here. Sportsman on here.
Hmm.
Okay, he logged all the way out, so hopefully he can come back in.
Hopefully get back in.
He says he's like stage area, but I'm like, I don't see you.
Hmm. Is it me or does this format look smaller, Caballoni? The format that we're using right now.
No, it's the same. It's just that we're on the wide version instead of the vertical.
Okay, gotcha. That's what it was. Okay.
We're gonna have to have people join us like 15 minutes early so we can work through these little issues here.
Yeah, yeah, for sure. Could that be the reason why he can't be let in? Because we're on the wide angle instead of vertical one?
Nope, because you've joined on when we were live,
Oh, okay. Okay.
so it shouldn't be an issue. Definitely shouldn't be an issue. Man, it's quiet tonight. Usually we're being flooded with questions and trolls
Comments
and
and
everything like that.
remarks,
It's quiet tonight.
and we both sucked and all that other good stuff. Like, what's going on?
Yeah,
Come
it's
on, folks.
weird.
Go.
I mean, you got the Eagles fan on here, so we got one guy on here, but he's kind of a Jet fan, so I guess we can let him slide a little bit.
That's all right. We both fly. Just in the Eagles fly, baby. We're good.
So yeah, we got the draft coming up, and so much is being made of the three top QBs in the draft with Drake, Caleb Williams, and Jaden Daniels. Wondering how that's all going to shake out. You know, um, there was a question I want to try and say for the sportsman, but we're having trouble getting him on there.
I'm really not worried. I guess I want to say excited because I want to see what the Jets are going to do. Because with that 10th pick, That's very key in the draft. Do we get that? Do we get Brock Bowers? Do we get the offensive tackle? What do we do in this situation?
You know,
So, wouldn't want to be Joe Douglas right now.
yeah, it's really kind of a toss up about what's going on. Like nobody really knows what is actually happening in
Yeah,
the draft.
yeah,
Like these new mock drafts are so all over the place that who knows who's going to get drafted where. I mean, the only consensus is that Caleb Williams is going number one, but
right.
we all know that until that pick is in, anything can actually happen.
Absolutely, absolutely.
No, still not letting him on. He's got to turn his mic and camera on.
Sorry, what'd you say, Cabalori?
Or I guess the reason it's not letting him on is because he's got to have his mic and camera on.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, because got a little square that says signal's not available when both cam and mic are turned off.
Hmm.
I think that might be the issue. Just message him. He's got to turn on his mic and camera, or at least one of them.
Yeah.
Well, what do you think about these three QBs? Have you paid attention at all to how they're kind of getting a little shuffled around? How instead of Jaden Daniels going to the Commanders, now it's Drake and Jaden's gonna go to the Patriots, and
Yeah.
then I
I
heard
mean,
even
I
Raiders
would,
are trying to trade up to get Jaden Daniels as well. So
yeah.
something's a little off here.
And but like you said, until the Bears make that pick and Caleb Williams, everything else is secondary. The other quarterbacks that are coming out are although they're very good, they're not Caleb Williams. So I mean, it's just a toss up on what the other teams are going to do with the QBs. Haven't heard much of a lot of them. I did hear a lot about Caleb Williams. The other ones, not so much. I've heard good things, but they say they're not Caleb Williams. So
Yeah, I mean, when I see Caleb Williams in person, I just see Dak Prescott, younger Dak Prescott.
yeah,
Um, he looks very similar to Dak. But you know, is he actually serious about football? Is he too much of a diva? The way like his
yeah,
dad saying he wants equity in the team as part of his contract. It's like your son hasn't done anything in the NFL.
right,
Like unless he
right,
wins a Super Bowl as a rookie, which that has never been done. Like that's the only way I see you getting equity in the team, there, boss.
yeah, yeah, yeah. No, and still the Bears have they still have a lot of things to take care of. They're not just a quarterback away. So, the Bears have a lot of pieces they need to take care of before they can be considered perennial Super Bowl contenders.
hmm Yeah, and I actually watched Super Cowboys recent podcast on Friday, and he actually had a Bear super fan and Bear Mysterio. um, and he was saying like Caleb Williams is like that flashy player, but you know they can make plays, but we need someone who's gonna win. I'm like, well, I don't care how good you are, if you don't have the pieces around you, you ain't gonna win. And Justin Fields
Absolutely.
was put in a big disadvantage. I mean, he had what two or three head coaches 3 offensive coordinators, a makeshift offensive line. He finally got a weapon last year in DJ Moore, and then finally a defense and a little bit of a line. But you got to have the pieces around you. You don't have the pieces. How do you expect anybody to do anything?
Exactly. I mean, you can have the best QB, but if you don't have an offensive line that protects him, listen, the Jets didn't have an offensive line, and Aaron Rodgers is supposed to be quote unquote the best in the business. No offensive line equaled him being injured for the whole year. So you can have the best QB supposedly, but if you don't have the weapons to protect him, it goes for naught.
I don't know. I might have to stop the podcast for a second and then have us rejoin so we can try this again and see if we can get him on. What do you think?
I mean, if that's what it takes. Let's all pop out and come back in.
All right, let's
Let's
try
try
that.
that.
We'll be back, people. We'll be back.